you mean. You have to text me it.
And remember that road that we came down is 965, Branch Road 965. So we just made a little turn here. Get a GPS.
GPS, folks.
Oh, wait.
GPS.
Wait. Hold on.
8.
First of all, what's the elevation here?
Less than 1825.
What'd you say?
Less than 1825?
Only just a couple of feet. 1815. So we're 10 feet lower than on top of Enchanted Rock. Like 10 feet only. So in essence, we're about the same elevation as we were on the top.
At the top of Enchanted Rock?
Yeah.
So are we at the plateau? Are we on the Edwards Plateau now?
Yeah.
Oh, this is what you were...
Didn't you notice, I hope, when you drove down this morning, that you suddenly came to this drop-off and the Enchanted Rock area was all in front of you? And then coming back, you had to go up, and now you're onto the plateau. In other words, all of that area where Enchanted Rock is located is a topographic low.
GPS? Yes. 30 degrees, 25 minutes north latitude. 30 degrees, 25 minutes north latitude. 98 degrees, 51 minutes west longitude. 98 degrees, 51 minutes west longitude. Elevation 1819.
19 or 15?
1819.
Did you move?
I didn't move, it just...
So you notice that now you're in the Farrell cell. This morning you were in the Hadley cell because we passed 30 degrees north. And you probably noticed, at least we did, that the rain pretty much stopped once we passed
Perfect.
at 30 degrees north latitude. Okay, we're going to wend our way down. We're going to move.
In a stately fashion.
We're gonna win our way in. He goes, win? He goes, okay, move. Like, stop making fun of me.
I don't need my goggles. I don't want them on my head. Well, Rudy's going to put most of the stuff he said.
Yes.
Be alert to cars coming and going.
Throw Michael in front.
Put him in the back, behind
He's
us.
in the back.
Stop. Hold on, let me get my whistle.
Oh, jeez.
Of all ages, really sort of act as a herd of cattle just moving across the road.
Yes.
Okay, here comes a car.
Okay.
I don't know which way it's going.
Oh, he's a federal employee. He actually has more rights than we do.
Illegal parking. I'm sorry, that's visitor parking. You have a sticker. Hey, my ticket got dropped, by the way.
Oh, for you. What did you do to get it done?
No trespassing, by the way. Take a picture, Pete.
That's the Texas Farm Bureau insurance.
Whistle. Whistle. Carolina. I like that they heard around it.
What?
Give me a warning.
Yeah, that's too hater.
Was there really poop? Oh, no. Oh, yes, there sure is. I almost stepped on it. Oh, there's poop there, too.
Oh, just sitting up pooping.
It's dried. It's not going to do anything to you.
Everything has to become a song.
So yeah, so he got a ticket at like 77 or 70,
Grab a seat.
I guess, and this one was 70.
Want to sit here? I'm gonna stand.
For the Pope's required.
Some big species. I like that. Sounds scientific.
Is that human?
Sounds more
Is that
scientific than
human?
big poop.
No, that's
Cow. Was that yours?
This is some large bovine fecal matter.
Are we all settled?
Settle.
Stop it.
This is private land, and the owner has been very, very kind to Our Lady of the Lake over the years, and allowing us to come on to her land. She's the 5th generation of owning this region, and she's supportive of school activities, especially with bringing teachers to look at things. But in return, we need to be good stewards and to police the area, make sure we don't leave any trash or anything of that nature. One of the big problems of doing field trips in in fact all of central Texas, is that over the years tourists and unfortunately school groups have not been the best stewards. They break down fences, leave debris all over the place, and you find that landowners all through central Texas just close the gates and say no. But this lady has been very kind. Now, you're sitting on old rock, not as old as the Town Mountain Granite. Remember, the Town Mountain Granite was 1,048, and we'll just round it off to 1,000 million. That makes it easier for discussion. Okay, so what kind of rock is this? Have you touched it?
It's real. Ready? To scratch it.
Is it a limestone or a shell?
It's sandy.
No.
Let me edit that. Start again.
Now, you felt that it's gritty?
Mm-hmm.
Like
Sand. Sandstone.
yes, this is sandstone. If you were to take a piece of this and see if it would scratch glass, you would find that yes, indeed, it does. So you would probably want to note the composition here being what scratches glass and what's
Quartz.
quartz. Because we're really looking here at a sandstone which is part of the end member of weathering processes. When you go through the weathering of especially igneous and metamorphic rocks, the two things that are going to be left after all of the weathering processes are clays and quartz. This is the quartz. Notice the reddish color. What gives it that red color? Iron oxide, in fact, hematite. These rocks that have this red color here, it's about 10% of the rock is iron. This is a Cambrian unit, and the Cambrian is right at the bottom of the Paleozoic. You remember the slide that I showed yesterday of 510 million years ago? And we noted that North America was rotated 90 degrees, and in fact being in the southern hemisphere. This rock is 500 million years old. This rock is essentially, or was essentially deposited at the time when North America was in that orientation. It's called the Hickory Sand, or Hickory Sandstone, really, to be complete. And the hickory total thickness is probably at least about 1,000 feet. And you can divide it really into 3 zones. They're not given special names. They just note that the upper portion is red, like this, because of the hematite. There's a middle portion which is very silty. But it's still a sandstone, but has a lot of clay mixed in with it. And then the bottom portion is a sandstone that is more of a yellow-brown color and not as well sorted. If you took your hand lens and looked at a piece of this rock, and oh, by the way, the landowner said if any loose pieces that you want to take one home, help yourself. And it doesn't mean the whole ledge.
We'll get it.
I just saw this look of
Look at him, just like, oh, no. There's a few pieces there.
this is well sorted, meaning they're all about the same size. The bottom portion is not as well sorted, a little bit coarser. And what's of interest, that bottom portion of the hickory is used as the fracking sand. In fact, it's mined in areas. If you go into Mason County, which is not that far away, they're mining the hickory sand in that area. It's the lower part of the hickory, and that's being used in the Eagle Ford, and in fact, many of the different sand, the fracking shale clays. Okay. This unit sits on top of the Town Mountain granite. You go down about a half mile or so along the creek, and you can actually find a outcrop with the Town Mountain below and the hickory, a essentially horizontal sandstone lying on Town Mountain granite. This is 500 million years in age. Town Mountain granite 1,000 million. The contact between those two units is what kind of a contact?
As a pair.
One of them's...
You have granite, 1,000 million years old. On top of that, you have flat-lying sandstone, which is 500 million years old.
No, that's disconformity,
Unconformity.
A which?
non-conformity.
It's a non-conformity.
Non.
Right. Store that away because we need to remember these. I know it was the very first day of class. That was sort of like back in the middle part of the Paleozoic or something. Okay. Now, if you look back behind us, there's a cut for the telephone poles, and that's all Cretaceous limestone up there. In fact, right at the road level at 965, that's all Cretaceous limestone. Somewhere between the road out there, the main road that we were driving on, and this location, we have a contact between 100 million year old Cretaceous limestone, flat-lying, sitting over 500 million year old flat-lying sandstone. What kind of a contact is that? That's a disconformity. So that's a disconformity sedimentary rock sitting on top of an erosion surface developed on sedimentary rock. And they're both parallel. They're both flat-lying.
And that's up there where the intersection, or the road intersection was?
Between that intersection and where we are, yes. It's all covered with soil at the present time, but you know, because of their relative positions, that somewhere in between it's got to be. Okay. The question that we need to be asking ourselves now is, yes, it's a nice sandstone. What kind of environment was it being deposited in? And what we need to do is go look for evidence to make some claims as to what existed at the time this sandstone was deposited. So let us wend our way. Trust me.
Here. You got a baggie? Okay.